Hey yo, me and my guest for this episode, we actually recorded two parts. We recorded a part one and a part two. So luckily for y'all, y'all are getting both parts in one video. So I don't know how this is gonna turn out. Tell me if y'all like it or not. I can do this more often. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy. So y'all see me wearing a different shirt one day, like in one clip, then the next clip I'm wearing a whole different. It's because it was two different days and we recorded two different different parts to the video. All right, peace.
Hey yo! Welcome to season 2 of the Arts Block Podcast. For artists, by artists, so artists can talk about anything that we want and desire. I'm your host. I'm your what? I'm your host, Eric Curry the third. Getting bigger and better this season, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for the show.
All right.
Hey yo! Welcome back. Ep.2, Episode 3 of the Arts Block Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Curry III, and today this was a long-awaited podcast, ladies and gentlemen, for myself. Not for y'all, but more so for me. This was long-awaited because this is a big deal for me. I finally have somebody that doesn't go to Duke Ellington on the podcast. I'm moving on up like the Jeffersons.
Yes.
Yes. We have comedian, podcaster, funny as hell person, just all around. Have Kendra Crump in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up.
Yeah.
Give it up.
Yeah. First off, I want to say I like how when you start off with, hey, yo, I thought you about rap DMX is like what these bitches want from a nigga. Like, I thought that's what you're about to start doing. I was like, wait, is he about to rap? What's he doing?
How are you doing today? It's a new day. It's a new week. Trump is out. How are you doing today?
Yes, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, you know.
Yes.
I'm pretty good. No issues, no complaints. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I am very tired today. That's what took me so long. I'm sorry I was late. I'm not usually late.
It's okay. I'm like, it's all right. He ran on Negro time, and I'll just sit here and watch these bootleg movie in the meantime until he clicks in.
All right, dope. So let's just jump straight into it. I watch your content, and your being from Atlanta-ness, I can tell, and that's not a word. I just made it up on the spot. I know.
Can tell. Okay, go ahead with the tell.
Your being from Atlanta-ness, I can tell that it really impacts your comedy. So tell me about you growing up. Tell me about that. How was that for you, and how does that impact your life today and right now?
Growing up. So first, like 9 years of my life, I grew up in a nice little suburban home on the south side of Atlanta. And I just happened to drive by there today because I'm like, oh, let me go, see this home. Because growing up, you know how when you're a child, everything seems so much bigger to you. Then when you become a little bit older, you're like, man, like,
Yeah,
we kind of this is kind of like a small ass house I'm living in. Like, what, I drove past. I'm driving past. I'm like, wait, why is my driveway not doing a loop de loop? I thought it did a loop de loop like it was when I was a kid, man. Some bull crap. So I went to my mama's room. I banged on the door, and I'm like, how dare you? I did a Joe Clark finger on her. I'm like, how dare you? If y'all don't know who Joe Clark is, go watch Lean on Me. I forget that a lot of your classmates they were born in like 2005 and 2010. Y'all don't know, but go ahead and watch it. Anyway. But no, so growing up, my parents actually they were married. My parents had me in their 40s, close to 50. I have some old ass parents, okay? Yeah. So hence as to why I am, I've always had an old soul. Like I get excited to go to bed like at 10 o'clock at night and then wake up and go read the newspaper and stuff. Now, I don't be waking up reading the newspaper. I don't be doing that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So I almost had a heart attack.
No. Yeah, anyway, but no. So what happens? What ended up happening is like my parents had got divorced. I think on paper they were married for 25 years, but in real life they were only together for 5 years, and so my dad was the breadwinner. He actually was vice president of Sony Records, which is no longer in existence. But if you heard of Warner Brothers, he was like, he worked with them. So he had artists. His artists were Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, Prince, anybody who
Man.
was. Yeah, my dad was that man back in the day. Like he literally was the nigga, like the HNIC. Okay, so with that being said, after him and my parents divorced, he took all the money. He was a weekend parent. My mother was the sole provider, and so that's when we started living in like worse conditions in a sense. Like living with my oldest brother, it was 5 of us in a 1-bedroom apartment. Yes, honey. I went from rags to riches back to rags, honey. And I kept
And it seemed like it happened so
no,
quick.
it was always actually it was riches to rags. And I'm still not at the richest part. I live in Section 8 now. I want to get out.
You never went back.
Never went back. I'm trying. That's why I'm on these podcasts trying to make my dream come to life so
As
I
you
can
should.
finally take me and my cat, the one that says meow. I want to take this 4-legged animal with me and we can just go and have a field day, like running through the house naked. Like, cats are already naked anyway. Like, I want to be able to do that, man. Like, cause let me tell you something. Mind you, I'll be paying bills at my mama's house, right? I still can't walk around and just have a t-shirt and underwear on. I'm like, Mom, it's just us women in the house. I mean, we got other people in the house living with us as well who ain't paying bills. How come they can't get some bull crap? These people are like somewhat working adults. Some bull crap. I'm tired of this. Or anyway, back to what I was saying. But like I said, growing up Atlanta, I think for me, because I was in the south part of Atlanta, which was a nicer part of Atlanta, the part of Atlanta I was in, which was really called like Fairburn and Fayetteville. And if you guys anybody ever comes to Atlanta, type in Rick Ross's home. It's in Fayette County, which actually we still call it, real ATLians, we call it Evander Holyfield's house. Okay, that's not Rick Ross's home. It's Evander Holyfield's house. But you type it, Evander Holyfield Highway. So you type it in. I grew up like those first 9-10 years of my life. That's where my home was, directly across in that subdivision. And one day I want to become rich enough or successful enough where I'm like, I knock on the door and say, hey, I used to live here. And they're like, oh my gosh. I'm like, yeah, can I come like go tour my first home, please? Here's $500.
That's that's one of my dreams too. To just knock on my childhood door and be like, hey, yeah, I used to sleep in that same room. You can do it too, kid. And just walk away.
Have you like, is this like, since you've at the age that you are now, have you moved to a lot of different homes, or are you
yeah, so I used to live nice. I was like you, I used to live nice. I used to be living it up. So you're not so since you're from Atlanta, I gotta kind of like give you the landscape. So I used to live in Bowie. Bowie is like a really nice white neighborhood, right? It's a good, decent school, but white neighborhood, right? A lot of white people. And I used to live there, in a townhouse, me, my mom, my grandma. Then we moved to an apartment in Greenbelt, a little bit hood, a little bit of the trenches. So but not too trenches. But then we went there to live with my aunt. And then we went under. And I was like, dang, we living in the trenches for real. This is crazy. But then
it's okay.
Yeah, but then we moved.
It humbles you.
Yeah, it does. It did, and it did, right? It definitely made me understand people's, situations a little bit more. But now I'm living with my dad, and we living in a nice area in a nice apartment. And now I'm back. I'm back up, not as up as I was, but back up.
And that's why your podcast is going to do extremely well, because that way you can start getting, the sponsorships and getting paid, and you can have your high-rise apartment in Dubai or something. I don't know if they have apartments in Dubai, honey, but you're going to be living, my goal actually, I just came across this dream a long time, like not too long ago. And I said, I want to have a home in every state and country. I'm not gonna say every city because that's a lot of homes,
Yeah,
but my
that's
own personal home in every state in every country. That way, like I don't have to go to no hotel because I don't know. Like I watch a lot of television. I'm a little spooked out because sometimes I go to like these hotels. I start looking around like, is there a random camera around here? Because you know what? Sometimes hotels are a little creepy where you never know. But then I'm like, if you, I'm like, you know what? If y'all are over here watching me, I'm about to put on a show for y'all. So let me put it on the show. But yes, but with all that being said, so that was pretty much as far as with me. I just literally and again, you know what? I didn't have the best relationship with my mother, and still to this day, it's okay. You know, it's not the best or whatever, but you know, I know like she did the best that she could. And I think that's the thing about, and anybody out there, any teenager, young adult out there listening who doesn't have that great relationship with their parents, like it will get better in due time. And if it doesn't, then you just let go and let God, you know, and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it with that.
Yeah.
All right. Then
Okay.
like just now,
Did you
I'm
have
still
like a lot of hoes, like women coming after you, older
nah.
women?
But all my friends say that I got hoes though. All my friends say
I,
that.
I feel like you got a couple.
Nah, I be chilling.
You be chilling.
I
I be
really do.
chilling too. I be chilling too. I mean, depends. Like whoever. Like I got a lot of guys in my DMs. Like contrary to popular belief, a lot of people think, "Oh, Kendra, like I know you got a lot of men or whomever trying to come after you." I'm like, guys, the only men who come after me are men who are married and the ones in my DMs. And I don't be trusting either one of y'all. Okay, because you just try to hop in my friend's DM too. Like this is some bull crap. You didn't think
Wait,
I was gonna check?
but like from your followers and how popping you are, right? I would expect like somebody's just like shooting their shot like Steph. Like
They
this Steph
do.
Curry from
They do shoot their shot, but it's like this is what a lot of people. This is what a lot of men don't understand, and a lot of them haven't matured really like that much. A lot, and you'd be surprised. You got people your parents' age, and they haven't matured, like they're old fools. And but the problem that I come across are guys who, after the first couple of days of talking to you in quotation marks, hey, you gonna come over to my house? Like I had one dude after like 2 hours, like, so what's up? Like this is the third message. Hey, so what's up? You gonna push up on me? How about you push up on a job application? Okay, that's what you can push up on. Like I just don't understand. Like he literally, because I'm like, this is gonna be great content for the Kendra Crump show, right? So I'm like, because he after maybe like the 8th or 9th message, because I kept seeing him, he's like, so you really not gonna come see me? I guess I should just fall back. I'm like, bro, like you don't think it's weird trying to invite somebody that you don't? I don't even know your name. Like,
I don't even know your last name.
I don't know his first name, honey. The only thing I saw in his profile picture, because his page was private, and his profile pictures was of, I guess he was smoking that loud, which I think was mid, really. But anyway, he was smoking some. I feel like it's mid, and that was his profile picture. That's a turnoff. What are you doing with guns in your pictures? That's a turnoff. Like, bro,
fellas, you have in your profile pictures, right, fellas? If you want to shoot your shot, at least look professional. Don't be smoking. Don't be having guns. And have you at work something in a suit, something? Have you looking good on your best day? Don't be just on the block one day and be like, "That's my profile picture." You can't.
Wait! Don't have a profile picture where it's 4 dudes. I don't know which one this is. Who am I talking to?
You can't have the gang in your profile picture, my guy. You can't do it. You're not gonna know who you are. You can't have the gang in your profile picture.
And you know what's worse? It'd be like multiple pictures and gang, and everybody's throwing up the same side. I'm like, bro, like what is this? Is like, you know what? And then I have guys ask me for money. I know women do that to you as well. Like people in general, women, men, they're gonna ask you for money. Like I have guys ask me for money. Goodbye, scene. Hey, so when's the last time you had some dick? Scene. What else is next? What, it's like just stuff that doesn't even matter. Like just, hey, you know, this might be the third conversation. They like, for example, one guy was like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. How are you? He's like, good. I'm 26. That's your name, bro? Like, come on now. Or how about this? Like I tour, not really tour, but I'll go to different cities sometimes, depending if I have money or not that day. So anyway,
It be like that though. It be expensive.
No, it's all about, okay, I would say do Groupon, but the problem with Groupon is like, this is the issue with Groupon. You don't realize this until you actually are an avid Groupon user. But the problem with Groupon is the fact that even though it deducts like at least 75% off on your ticket sale, it's hard to actually, in case something happens, it's hard to get that money back, like pretty much impossible to get that money back. So with all that being said, the best thing to do is really to save your money. If you're like, we're both kid free. I mean, I got a cat, the one that says meow. I mean, the one between my legs be saying meow, but she ain't meow like since January 1st. Back to what I was saying. So she accidentally meowed that day. Back to what I was saying. So, but I have a cat, and cats, like, pets are expensive. You don't realize until you get older and you actually get a pet, they are expensive. But I think
person.
Really,
I'm not a pet person. I'm not.
You didn't have none like growing up, or did you have an imaginary friend? Who was your
and by the way, this is gonna be hilarious getting your reaction to this. And by the way you're talking to me, I don't think you know my actual age.
I mean, you look about 19.
Oh, I get that a lot.
Okay, all right, okay. Wait. Okay,
let's play this game.
Wait. Okay. I thought you, because you said Duke, and I'm like, okay, he's a college student. He just graduated high school like about a week ago. So I thought that's what you did. So okay, so you're not 19. I'm gonna get two guesses. I'm gonna say 25, and the next one is 30.
Oh man, you're trying me. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wait, are you 45?
Is it the beard?
No, wait.
No, I'm a baby. Like, I'm a baby for real.
Wait. Okay. Are you 15? How old?
I'm 15. That's exactly how old
you are.
I swear to God.
No, you were. Oh my gosh! Edit everything out that I just said about how attractive you are. Oh my! What the heck is wrong?
You was gabbing my head. I was gonna let you keep going.
Oh my god!
Then I was like, then eventually you was like, oh, no kids. I was like, oh damn, she making me feel old as hell.
No,
oh no.
Because you got a maturity like that. You're like probably in college.
I get that a lot though. Like a lot of like grown women. I mean, like grown, like 2 kids, like a mortgage grown, be hitting me up, and I'd be like, ma'am, I'm a baby.
Oh my god, you have it together already.
I do. It's crazy, ain't it?
Okay, is your mom and your daddy still together? I'm gonna go after your daddy.
Nah, but my dad is married though.
Oh man, how happy is he? I'm playing.
I'm curious about this. Who or what got you into comedy? What was the first comedy? What was the first stand-up that you saw or heard? Was you like Chris when on Everybody Hates Chris when he heard the Richard Pryor down the steps and he couldn't go into the kitchen? Like, what was that moment for you?
So how I got into comedy. So when I was I've always been funny my entire life. Like I never tried to I guess try to say, let me go be the class clown or whatever else it may be. Didn't even know how to do that or anything else like that. But for me, I was more so the type of person where I just went through a series of unfortunate events trying to figure out like what was it that I really wanted to do in life or be in life. And so the first thing I said was, oh, I want to be like I was saying, I want to be a chef. And then like I literally kept failing math, and I'm like, I this is not working for me. I'm not, from being a chef to being a basketball player, trying to be a basketball player. Like I can still ball, but almost
like can you like ball for real though? Like
no. Okay, well here's the thing. On a scale of 1 through 10, now that I'm older and I'm looking back at myself, I'm actually like a 5.5. Oh. I can't play to my left. I'm right-handed, so I never practice to my left. But like I would always, I don't mind playing basketball. It's good cardio, and I've always taken the balls out of the men's hand, and it felt, I love that validation here. Oh, I love that. And the guy's like, has that look down on his face, like, oh man, like how did she do that and stuff like that. And I always wanted to dunk on people, but I'm like 5'6". I'm not really tall. I can't dunk. I mean, I can on Fisher Price goal, I can dunk, but not like on a real goal, I can't really dunk. So yeah, then I wanted to be a hairstylist, and so I just said, let me find something that is just naturally, that comes natural. As far as with inspirations, I never had a real inspiration. I got 5 comedians that I like. that I can say I can look up to. But as far as what actually inspirations, and trying to pretend to be, trying to emulate my comedy off of that person, I don't have that.
Really? Like, um, I would definitely think that you will have that, especially being from where you're from, and especially all the great people and amazing comedians that uh came and are coming out of Atlanta. But that's very shocking that you just like, you know what? I feel like this, I can do this. This is like
Yeah, people
my
have
own
been
thing.
telling me since I was a child, like, Kendra, you are freaking hilarious. You're
Mhm.
hysterical. You're comical. Like, and I'm like, man, if I'm so funny, how come I can't laugh y'all's draws off? I must not be that funny. This is bull crap. Guys, I'm still young, man. When you listen, I think everybody goes, let me tell you something. I kept trying to figure out. I'm like, where are these hormones coming from? Why are you in my dreams? Get out, sir. I don't like you. How'd you pop up in my dreams? Like, and I'm like, it don't get, let me tell y'all something, man. This is coming from somebody who was on the journey of waiting until marriage. And
Mhm.
some people are proud, and other people like, Kendra, you need to go lose that. What's wrong with you? I don't want to be like you. Single parent, you on kid number 5. Okay.
Kid number 5.
Honey, you know what? I met this man. He used to stay in my neighborhood. He's like 50, and the man had 35 kids. And he started his first child when he was 13. Guys, this is a true story. He started his first child when he was 13. And he had a child like every other year. And I kept trying to figure out, like, how, why. And I remember like and this is what's so crazy, and this is what's gonna happen. I'm telling you, Eric. As soon as you graduate high school, just wait. It's gonna be that one girl or one guy. They already gonna be on a kid. I'm like, bro, why is this your graduation present to yourself? Do you not want to wait until you like you don't have a child alive right now? Because this is what people fail to realize. Like, listen, man, listen when I tell y'all this. When you have a child, your life slows down drastically.
Oh man.
You're not going to be able to go out with your friends. You're not going to be able to live your best young life. Like, that's why I want to have kids, and I want to be married, and marriage. I'm not rushing that either. Like, I remember I said, oh, I can't wait till I turn like 21 so I can be married to a football player. No, I'm so glad and have 12 kids, one for the child for every month of the year. Right. Yeah, I'm so glad that didn't happen. But I'm saying, like, I want to be able to do everything out the way, because
Yeah.
I hang around people who are older than me, and they have children, they got families, and they can't always come out to my events. They're always canceling, and events be in state. Like, it's hard to get people out of state. I'm like, let me try in state.
Yeah.
So with that being said, just wait, Eric. I'm telling you the truth. One of your classmates, it might be multiple of your classmates, okay? As soon as they end up like graduating high school, later that year, they're gonna be pregnant. And I'm like, bro, like, we just graduated high school.
But I've heard that story so many times from so many people, and I'd be like, there's no way all of y'all seen the same thing. There's no
I don't under, and I think maybe this is what I think, because I'm still trying to figure out why. Maybe it's because, now that they're quote unquote grown, okay, they feel like, well, I can actually have real sex now. Don't have to use protection. Can be off my birth control. So let me go ahead. But again, like, and children are expensive. Do you know how much daycare is? Like, that's
No,
why I
I
always
don't. I
tell
never
people.
went to daycare, so I don't know. I never went. My mom took me for like a week and was like, "Nah, we ain't doing this."
Daycare is like, I think, like 240 a week or something. Some place daycare is expensive, but what I was gonna say is, some things I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm telling you all stuff that I did not realize until later on. So I need you guys, it's 6 principles. I need you all to rewind this part and keep rewinding it. Okay. You all aren't gonna, believe it, but this is what I've learned. This is what adulthood has taught me. Number 1, fiber is your friend. Okay, all y'all that don't have like vegetables, can y'all quit that crap? Eat your vegetables. Fiber is your friend. You don't want to be constipated. I ain't never been constipated, but one time we had to take my brother to the doctor because he kept saying that his legs were hurting, and the doctor felt his legs. She's like, oh, that's a lot of poop right there, because all he ate was peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That's all he kept eating, man. All right, number 1, fiber is your friend. Number 2, credit cards are dangerous.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
super
let me
dangerous.
tell you something. Once you hit 18, the first thing I got in the mail, I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't wait till I get some mail, right? You know, as a kid, we get excited to get some mail. First thing I got 3 pieces of paper from 3 different credit card companies. They were waiting for me on my 18th birthday.
It
Okay.
was like, I've been waiting for you to turn 18 for 3 years. Here you go.
Yes, honey. The next thing, number 3, rugs are expensive. I don't even have a rug. Okay,
Everything is
I finally bought a lamp like a week, like a week ago, and it's a red lamp. I call it the red light district. Right. I actually ordered a blue light off Amazon. I'm gonna pick it up in a couple days. I think it's finally here, so it's gonna be like Bloods versus Crips. Anyway, so oh wait, I got a true story about that. So one time, at my job. If y'all don't know, I work at Hartsfield Jackson, Atlanta. Y'all come see me. Concourse B as in Bravo 09. If you're ever flying in Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, y'all come see me late morning to early evening. But anyway, I was having this conversation with this girl. And she picked up a blue Powerade. I said, what's up, Loke? What's up, Crip? She's like, what's Crip? I said, you don't know Bloods and Crips? She's like, no, what's Bloods and Crips? I'm like, oh, this you young white girl, you didn't step off the front porch. How the hell do you not know what Bloods and Crips are? I'm like, I need to take her to the worst hood in Atlanta and have her like stay there
don't do
for a
that.
weekend.
Don't do that. Don't
No,
do that.
she listen. I mean, it's kind of gentrified now. Okay, some of her people were over there
but
jogging.
still, because if something happens to Rebecca, then that will be on you, and then
No, it won't. She signed up for the program. It's like going on Beyond Scared Straight. They knew what time it was.
But like, what if like she be like, what if she get confused? What if she like start messing? Because you know, black dudes like a white woman. So what if she start messing with a Blood and a Crip? Then what if she gets confused? What if she starts going around the Crips?
I'll talk to the people first. I'll let them know, hey, look, this is my protege. Just
this is a social experiment.
Teach her about the lifestyle. You know, there was a guy actually in Chuck E. Cheese and he had his flag out. I'm like, dude, it's freaking Chuck E. Cheese. What you got your flag out
children
for?
in here, sir.
He doesn't. I mean, maybe it's baby gangsters. Okay, so number 3. So we have fiber is your friend. Credit cards are dangerous. Rugs are expensive. Get a pet, not a kid.
Get a pet, not a kid.
And what that basically means is pets are, you know, children are a beautiful thing, but they're expensive, man. I remember one time I had I was babysitting my friend of mine, her niece. I mean her daughter. And I had her for the weekend, and it's like every 2 hours she was hungry. I'm like, bro, you just ate. Like I was making minimum wage, man. Like how am I supposed to afford you?
Bro,
so yes, get a
exactly. Like I'll be looking at my parents. I'll be like, man, y'all fed me, clothed me, housed me, bathed me. Dang, and y'all ain't throw me away.
It's expensive, man. Children, that's why pets are a lot more affordable in the sense where depending on the type of pet you have, if you have a goldfish, okay, cool. You know, of course you're still, you know, pet fees are expensive, but I'm saying like in the long end, pets expire a little bit quicker than humans do, depending on what happens in that event. So you might still be paying on your child at 25, 30, man. They might, you know, parents like, oh, you don't have to leave home, but when you're 30 years old, they're gonna make sure you're trying to leave home. All right, so get a pet, not a kid. Number 5. I think number 5 is more people do cocaine than you think.
Whoa, why is that in your 6? Whoa, wait, whoa.
You know what's you know what's so crazy is I haven't actually met. This is actually true. You're not gonna understand this until you become an adult, guys. All right, I'm telling you this. You're gonna like think, what the hell, Kendra? What was she? I'm telling you the truth. They do. Ask your parents, man. They probably know some people at the job who do cocaine. I'm like, bro, like what's wrong with y'all?
Why is that on your eyes? So if I have to give advice to some kids, right?
No, I'm just saying, don't do cocaine at all, man. Stay away from that. Crack is whack. Did you not see what happened with Whitney Houston? Rest in peace.
Wow. That's so disrespectful. I do not endorse anything that she is saying right now. So any sponsors that love Whitney Houston, I love Whitney Houston too.
I do too.
Jesus Christ. What's number 6? I'm intrigued.
Number 6. I cannot remember off the top of my head, but it was better. At number 6, I'll have to do is I really have to think about what it is. If I don't think about what it is until like by the end of this show, then I'll definitely will send you a message and tell you what number 6 is.
Please
But
do. Because after number 5, I want to hear the rest of this list.
but no, I mean those are just like I said, those are a few things like I say that adulthood has. I mean, like the major things. There's other things like oh wait, no. I do remember number 6. Number 6 is having a degree does not secure shit.
That's my favorite rule. I love that. I love that rule.
So, but everything else I was saying was true. But I've only met 2 people. Not even they didn't tell me. Other people told me, and these people are in their 60s, and they have been doing cocaine since the crack epidemic and everything else. But they never told me.
Wait. I thought you was gonna. I thought you.
Oh, but I'm okay. We're all cocaine. I was just letting you know.
I thought you was gonna go in deeper about the degrees.
Yeah, but as far as with degrees, the American dream that they tell you about so easy to get. You might have to bring me on for a part 3. The American dream is so easy to get, but it's like it only happens to 1% of the population,
Oh,
or 2%.
That's real.
Message
Right here. So there is. I always say that there are comedians. Being a comedian is probably the hardest job on planet Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's because you have to be, and I always say there's a certain art that has to go into it, because you have to be the smartest in the room, but at the same time you have to be the dumbest in the room as well.
Mm-hmm.
Have to be the smartest in the room because you have to know what's going on around you. You have to know who you are around, what you can and cannot say, unless you're Dave Chappelle, and you just don't care about what you can and cannot say. And you also have to be the dumbest because you have to be able to absorb information, right? The person that thinks they're the smartest in the room isn't going to absorb information like the person that thinks they're the dumbest in the room, right? So that's why you often have to be a comedian has to be the smartest person, but also the dumbest person in the room. And that's why your job is so hard. So do you what is the art behind being a comedian that people just won't understand on like a grind level, like the way you have to grind different than like Kevin Hart or like Eddie Murphy or like Dave Chappelle?
Number 1, that's a good question. Shout out to you for asking that question. Yeah. You're the first one, but I think that number 1, you have to work on your delivery. Yeah. You have to know when it's time to switch over to a new joke. Mm-hmm. Number 2, there's some things that should automatically be off limits, which is rape, molestation, incest. There's nothing funny about that. Even if you could think of something funny, don't say it. They always keep saying these R. Kelly jokes and stuff like that, talking about him and young women. Okay, bro, like it's been going on for 20 years now. Like, it should still not be funny no more. Yeah. Stuff like that. So I think, and also I think it's important to find other comedians to link up with them and try to take what they have and see if you can better yourself. I've been told for so long, there's no such thing as a dumb question. Yeah.
Message.
Okay. Yeah. People used to sit here and make fun of me for asking a lot of questions. Why you ask so many questions? If I don't ask questions, I won't know. Yeah. So again, you can use that and hone that to your own self or whatever it might be. Mm-hmm. So I say the best thing to do, no matter what you try to do in life, it's going to take some work. It's good when you fail because at least you know, okay, what not to do next time. Like, I'm going to give you an example. Like, when I am at my job, let's say I ask somebody, I say, hey, do you have any, the total comes out to be $308 and they give me $4. And I'm like, well, do you have any change? Like, no. I said, well, you got change now. Like, I used to use that joke and people would laugh at it, but then not a lot of people would laugh at it. I'm like, okay, I can't use that no more. Yeah. So again, it helps you know what to say, know what not to say and stuff like that. So I think that's a good thing about that.
Man, that's great. And just the last question that I had that I didn't get a chance to get to is, so women in comedy, right? There's so many men in comedy, it seems like women often get overlooked, right? And And one of the best stand-up specials that I have ever seen wasn't a man. It was actually Yvonne Orji,
Mm-hmm.
her newest stand-up special, and that was hilarious. And that's actually one of my probably my favorite stand-up special ever, right? But do you think women are overlooked or underrated when it comes to comedy compared to the men, and
Of
especially
course.
women of color?
Most definitely. Women of color, they want us to, and sad thing is I've had men, certain rappers, whomever, people who were pretty much when you guys were like 5, 6 years old, they were popping or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so some of these people I try reaching out to work with, like, hey, can I get you on my podcast and do interviews? Oh, well, you gonna do something for me in order for me to get you that? Sir, you has been you. That's something else I want to shout out. I want to give you guys, any young women out there, some advice. Do
Mhm.
not prostitute yourself to try to make it. Same thing with men. Do not doesn't matter what your field is, man. Does not matter. Do not do it. And I can tell you a quick little story about that as well. But women, like they look at women like, we're nothing. They're not gonna. They think, oh, they're just gonna talk about sex or maybe girly stuff and whatever else about me. But no, you have some women out there who are really like good and
Yeah.
just get overlooked. Because what did James Brown say? This is a man's world.
Mhm.
Men, they run this and they run that and stuff like that. Like they get up. Oh man, I got a joke. It's kind of a dark humor joke, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
No,
But
say
no,
I'm
I'll
a
say,
huge fan of dark humor jokes.
okay, all right, okay. Here's one. I was like, I'll say it, and you up to you if you want to edit it out or not. But
Okay.
I say I don't know why women get in for free. Men suck dick too.
I'm not editing that out. I'm not editing that out. That's staying in. That's staying in. That's staying in. That is
They do. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying. So it's like, do not. I'm telling you, man. You one day you're gonna wake up. I'm telling you, do not ever do something strange for a piece of change.
yeah.
Because what happens is you're gonna wake up one day. You're gonna be like, man, like you going for a rectal exam. Let's say you 70 years old. You gotta go get a rectal exam. And they're like, sir, why, or ma'am, why is your booty hole so wide? We can see into outer space. What were you doing in your last lifetime?
Don't
It's
worry
going to
about it.
haunt you. It's going to haunt you. So again, as a woman, you get looked over. They want you to do some things for them. A lot of these entertainers, if you're not trying to do nothing with them sexually, they're looking past you. And I really do not like that, because it's like, you know what? One day you're going to regret that. And I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story. I had a homeboy of mine, and then I guess we can end it after this. But have a homeboy of mine who actually did. He's very talented. He sings, comedy, a lot of different things he does. If fighting was a sport, he'll excel in that. I mean, UFC, but like real street fight, like he'll
Oh
excel
yeah.
at that. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, I asked him if he ever tried, getting a contract for his for what he was doing.
Mhm.
And so he said, this was, I don't know if you guys remember, this song came out in 2008. It was called Get Silly by VIC. So,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So the record label, his name was Mr. College Park. And it's like, we say it differently in Atlanta. I'm so Atlanta, but like my vernacular has changed drastically over the last several years.
Mhm.
But Mr. College Park Entertainment, and they had something on the radio saying, if you want to come and do a get your demo tape and everything else, if you want to come out here, try to uh meet us here at this location, bring everything that you need to bring. Now mind y'all, this was in 2006, because my homeboy is like 30 years old, so this was like in 2006 when he was like 14 years old. And so he went down there, he's in the lobby. 2 minutes later, this dude comes out the room, and he's like drastically like, in the lobby, say, hey yo, I don't know what the hell going on, man, but y'all gotta get up out of here, man. These people acting weird. Everybody looking around like, what's wrong with him? The
Yeah.
second guy comes in. The second guy comes in, and he is more comes out. He's more drastic than the first guy. And so my homeboy goes to the back, and they are listening to his music, and they say, hey, you know what, you're very talented. This is some good stuff, but do you this is what we do. If you're trying to go forth with us, you're gonna have to do like homosexual acts. And my friend's looking like, he's like, bro, what you talking about, Willis? This is a true story. He said he's gonna have to do homosexual acts. He's like, man, what are you talking about? He's like, what do you think happens? Like, how bad do you want the fame?
Yeah.
How bad do you want to make it?
Yeah.
So my friend, he's like, you know what? I appreciate y'all, but I'm cool. Right? Yeah. Friend walks out. He looks to his left. There's a guy walking down doing the walk of shame. And I was like, hey, yo. I said, who was that? He's like, Kendra. Here's the worst part. Bro didn't even make it. That boy slutted himself out. Homosexual slutted himself out to try to make it, and he didn't even make it. Now, we can go deeper into, how do you make it? You probably just have to, maybe it has to be the right person. You have to be chosen. I'm not sure. Yeah. But what I'm trying, but the moral of the story is, guys, do not. Mm-hmm. You cannot. It doesn't matter what you do. Yeah. Doesn't matter if you're having sex with a bunch of people. It doesn't matter if you're trying to pay your way into fame. Mm-hmm. Don't do it. Slow progress is still progress. Message. That's why, for me, you're not going to catch Kendra Crump in the news, tabloids with this person made it or whatever. You're not. And I know this is like very shocking, but I'm telling you, some things, these artists, if you ever ran to, they're not going to talk. This is shameful. They're not going to talk about that. They want to be famous that bad. I don't want to be famous. Let me tell you guys what I want. I want to be well known. Like if I'm ever in somebody's city and they see me, oh, is that Kendra Crump at the grocery store by herself with no security? Yes, that's me. You can come up and talk to me. That's what I want to be. I'm not trying to be that famous. Like, that level of fame is like a whole nother level of stuff. And this is why when I say you can't pay your way into fame, I'm going to give you guys a quick little PSA, because I can sit here and drop gems all day, but this is very important that I want you guys to listen to. Whenever you go on Instagram and they're like, hey, give us like $20 for promotion. Don't pay. Don't do that. I'm going to tell y'all why. Not 10 times out of 10, if you're ever click on one of y'all's friends' stories and you see an advertisement, what do? You click scroll next. So you basically just wasted $100 for you to be skipped. Mm-hmm. No. That's a black Ponzi scheme. You cannot pay your way into fame. Do not, guys, whatever you do. If you have one of these verified accounts try to say, hey, we're running a deal, you're going to get up to like 20,000. I get 20,000 views, pay me. Don't do it. Mm-hmm. Don't do it. I'm telling you, do not. Invest your money into something to help your craft. Buy a new phone, go buy a tripod, go and spend a little bit of extra money. That's where you invest your money into. Don't invest your money trying to give it to people who really don't care about you. That's why I'm not telling you, man, I'm not going to pay for promotion. If anybody ever jumps, like, let's say one of you all follow my page and then you just see a random ad, those people didn't pay me. A lot of people are surprised when they're like, oh, wow, like, you don't. I said, for what? I'm not going to do that. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do that, because I feel like God's going to come back on me. Now, if you are extremely terrible, like you are just trash, like you out there and you sounding like Ice JJ Fish or whatever, just run me $5. That's it. Put in my savings account. But there's some people who ain't talented. You ain't talented.
You ain't going to make it. You knew you wasn't going to make it.
All I'm saying, and I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to close it with this. Mm-hmm. Guys, young men, young women, anybody out there, older men, older women, do not pay your way into fame. Mm-hmm. Don't sit here and get yourself, slutted out so you can be able to make it. Young ladies out there, I'm telling you, man, like, you're going to have these men try you. You got to have some type of respect, self-respect. I'm going to tell y'all something else. So when you're out there trying to date somebody, I had this guy, like, try to disrespect me and saying, oh, you got that WAP. Negro, we are 5 minutes into the conversation and I just gave you my number. Ask me if I got, hang up. Ladies, I'm telling y'all, we don't let these men disrespect you. You ain't got to curse. You ain't always got to curse them out. Just hang up or walk off. Do not allow them to talk to you like that. Men, same thing. Don't allow these women to try to say, hey, send me your dick pic. No, I'm a king. I'm a king. Don't you be sending nothing through the phone. I'm telling y'all, you can see this in person. You can see this in person, man. Send me a picture of you in your boxes. Nigga, I don't even know your name. Okay, I'm done. I'll be ran forever. All right. Thank you, Eric, again.
So it's about that time. You already know what it is because you did it before. It is Dead or Alive. Now, for all the people who are just tuning into the podcast, thank you for tuning into the Arts Block podcast. Hopefully we can see you next week. Dead or Alive is a segment that we have on this podcast where the artist that is on the podcast gets to choose one or many artists that they get to work with that is dead or alive. So yeah, go ahead, do your thing, dead or alive. I still got your 5 from last week. You can choose a whole different 5, or you can keep it.
Previously on our Splunk podcast.
I'm gonna go number 1, The Game, because he's my boyfriend in my head. You seen the movie Lean on Me, right? With Joe Clark. He just passed away. Mm-hmm. I like him. I want him, you know, he I don't know. I like Left Eye from TLC. Ooh. She seemed like the most rambunctious, but in a good way. Wild, free spirited, not care. Her number 4, Martha Stewart. Listen, she not Paula Deen. She ain't invited to the cookout. Martha Stewart is invited to the cookout. NLE Chopper. Yes. Okay, all right. I want to go with somebody I want to work with. Okay, number 1. Mm-hmm. Let's go. You know what? Let's do Jesus Christ. That's who I really want to work with. Number 1. I want to work with him.
Woo! That's probably the best Dead or Alive answer that we've ever gotten on this show, ladies and gentlemen. It's probably the best one. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah. A lot of times when people don't think about that, I want to do that. I want to go with. I'm trying to think. Let me go with Adam, the first Adam, like in the Bible. And I got a joke for y'all. You know what? I kept wondering. I said, you know what? Eve's sex must have been great. Because how did you convince this man to eat this forbidden fruit? It must have been that good. Like, you convinced the man to eat the forbidden fruit.
Yo! You know, people be getting mad at me for saying those type of things. I can't just be saying those type of things, but yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
Number three. Let me go with. I'm trying to. You know what? And I'm gonna make up a person who probably like has not like been made up yet. Mm-hmm. I want to go with the person who was whoever was the very first person to actually say no. Get on the back of the bus, go to the back, because you know it wasn't Rosa Parks. Y'all wake up and smell the scam coffee. Like, they not teaching you this type of stuff in school.
Wait, why don't you think it's Rosa Parks?
Because come on now, she was not the first. You know how many people back then were already telling no, but Rosa somehow just like was the one that got picked. She was not the first. Wake up and smell the coffee. You know Christopher Columbus did not discover America. They keep teaching us that bull crap.
Yeah, he didn't. But I think. Well, now that you
like I said, listen. One day you're an intellectual young being. Okay, you got like a 500. I know for a fact your IQ's like 500 or something like that. One day you're gonna go into your brain. You might have a dream. And you're gonna realize Rosa Parks was not the first person. I know she was not. Okay,
that's wild. We eventually learned that Rosa Parks is not the first person to say no.
No, let me. Okay, so that's 3. Number 4. I want to. I'm trying to think. Whoever. You know what? I'm because this is a Black History. I gotta do like a Black History, like moment and everything. Yeah. This is like because I'm sticking with all Black and everything. The Black Jesus Christ, not the white man.
Jesus Christ.
No.
Black Jesus.
I wanna say. I feel like Malcolm X can go in there. I feel like
Mhm.
Malcolm X can go in there.
Malcolm X. Okay.
You know, I feel like, because I be feeling Malcolm X-y sometimes, but I gotta calm that down because people are scary.
Oh,
Number
did you watch One Night in Miami? The
No, no, no.
Amazon
So
Prime?
I've been hearing about that, and I'm like, I need to go watch it.
It's so good. I just watched it this morning.
hmm
So good. One of the best movies I've seen. It was great. It was a
Now,
good.
you know how there's some black films out there that are, there's some black films that out there that are like, you can only watch it one time because it's so traumatic.
Mhm.
Is this a film that you would you can keep watching it over and over again?
Yeah, I would. And I usually don't watch like shows or movies like over and over and over again
Mhm.
unless I like really like it. But this one I'll watch over again. I'll watch it again. I'll probably watch it again tonight because it's that good.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really good. So
Got you.
yeah.
Got you. Okay. Well, yeah, I definitely will check it out. Okay.
Mhm.
So number 5, I got. Oh, okay. I think. Can I throw a cartoon character in there? Or does it have to be an actual person?
I don't care who y'all choose for y'all dead or alives. I never said they had to be real. That was never in.
Okay. Let me throw Riley Freeman in there.
Hey! Hey! What Riley? What? Tell me.
He's like, I thought about Huey, but Huey be too serious. Riley be like, he a jokester, he cool,
Yeah.
man. Like he's just cool, and little alter ego in a sense as well. Like he's just cool and stuff.
Yeah, man.
No, let me erase Malcolm X with Hancock. I'm gonna throw Hancock in there.
Ooh. Wow. Look, man, I wish I chose fictional characters for my dead or alive now. Dang.
I mean, it's okay. I broke the rules. I added some rules in
But
there.
yeah, it wasn't no rules to break. To be honest, there wasn't no rules to
This
break.
was fun. This was
Yeah.
fun. You want to bring me back on for a part 3? You know what? Same time, same place.
Same time, same place. So, Miss Kendra Crump, thank you for coming on the podcast. Thank you for blessing us with your presence, with your dead or alive. That was probably the best dead or alive that I've ever done. I don't know how you topped my last dead or alive, but you did it, and you should be proud of yourself. So everybody that's watching this podcast, thank you. Miss Kendra Crump, do you have anything that you want to promote or say before we get off this podcast?
Yes, y'all just follow me on Instagram. And when I say follow, don't just be sitting here liking all my stuff and not click the follow button. I don't like
The
it. Let's
follow
ban
button.
y'all
Be a
too.
creep.
Let's ban y'all too. So Instagram is Idolize Dynasty,
Right.
IDOLIZE DYNASTY. YouTube is Kendra Crump, and it's KYNDRACRUMP. Y'all, whatever, let me tell you something. And all thy getting, get understanding. I forgot what scripture that is, but y'all just go look it up. Also, just follow your dreams, man. Doesn't matter
Yes.
what it is. Like you're gonna have a lot of people who aren't going to believe in you. You're gonna have a lot of people over the years who just are gonna waste your time. You're gonna have people who make you come close to thinking that you guys are gonna work together, and they renege, and it's gonna get annoying. I'm telling y'all,
Yes.
it's going to get annoying. Do not give up, man. There is gonna behind every no, there is a yes.
Yes.
Behind every no, there is a yes. And I just want you guys to remember that because, again, you're talking to somebody who I've been doing this comedy thing really since I was like 18, probably younger before that, but I didn't start taking it seriously until, like 3 years ago.
Mhm.
But as far as really taking it seriously to the point where I'm on podcasts, 1 year.
Yeah.
Well, like 7, 8 months or something like that. So with all that being said, it's like for me personally, I have a lot of no's, but I've had more yes than no's. I'm just booked and busy, and that's the thing about it. Just become booked and busy, and don't give up, and listen to your parents. Sometimes they might not know everything, but look, they know more things than you think that you know.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not going to always be right, but more of the times they're not. So
Yeah.
yes, and please keep showing love and support to Eric, because he literally is a just amazing young man who honestly has been going hard after his dreams, and he's doing great things. You know, he's focused on the right things. He ain't trying to, you know, sit here and he's acting his age. That's why Eric is cool, man. He's acting his age, man. I wish I was like you, like, you know, 10 years ago, man. I want to just redo because I kept thinking I was in the car the other day. I'm driving like, what was I like at 15? Oh my gosh, that was lame. I don't know. Did I speak like proper English at 15? I feel like I didn't.
Well, thank you for coming on the podcast. Thank you for making me feel good. Thank you for giving out that very inspirational message. Yes, please go chase your dreams. And the road's gonna be hard, ladies and gentlemen, but you just gotta keep going and you gotta keep pushing. And I know y'all got it in y'all because y'all are listening to the Arts Block Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Curry III. You can follow me on Instagram at Eric Curry III. You can follow the podcast at the Arts Block Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you can be notified. Oh, English? So you can be notified every time that we post. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, make sure you give me a 5-star in the review. If you're listening anywhere else, shout out to you. Remember that artists never die. And I'll see y'all. Yeah, I'll see y'all next week, ladies and gentlemen. We back to our regular scheduled program. See y'all.